331. Getting ready to enter the Eglin Air Force Base section. Just off of 331, I'm going to follow this section of the trail on Eglin Air Force Base property for 2 miles, and then I'll do a 2-mile road walk on 331 heading north, and that will put me to the actual Eglin trailhead. For the most part, the road walk up 331 to the trailhead hasn't been so bad. For almost the entire 2 miles, there's been this road along the power lines. So it's been pretty nice. So I would not want to have to walk on the side of 331. That's a busy road. I'm at the Eglin Portal Trailhead, heading back into the woods. Got about another 3 miles ahead of me. I'm going to stay at the Eglin Portal campsite tonight. Just picked up some water here at the Moccasin Creek. It's pretty much the last water source before I get to the portal campsite. Just getting ready to leave the Eglin Portal campsite. And this is the first campsite you come to northbound on the trail inside of Eglin. And a lot of the same stuff that we've seen in other campsites, like Negose, couple benches, fire rings. And today I'm going to hike to Red Deer campsite. It's about 22 miles up. I'd read inside Eglin that there would be a couple creeks that you would have to ford, meaning that, there's no bridges across them. You're just going to get wet going across. Blunt Creek being one of those, but fortunately there's a tree that has fallen over that makes a nice footbridge all the way across, and I feel very lucky for that because it's 32 degrees right now. I don't feel like getting my feet wet, not yet. Well, I didn't get so lucky with Alaqua Creek. The bridge that crosses this creek, Demon Bridge, is out. So I ended up fording this creek, and it's cold, but at least it warmed up to 36 degrees. Warmed up quite a bit in just the last hour. Looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day. I'm sitting here at the Sparkleberry Creek and just having a nice relaxing break, eating something. And I was just thinking about how much I eat every day since I've been hiking. What I'm eating right now is probably about 500 calories, but I do that multiple times a day. And with that and what I eat in the mornings, what I eat in the evenings, that all comes out to around between 4,000 and 6,000 calories. That just seems like a lot to eat every day. I guess I burn it off, but it seems like a lot. But I'm gonna finish eating what I've got here and then get back to it. Reached the Alacqua trailhead and crossing Bob Sykes Road. I've reached the highest point on the Florida Trail. My phone says this is 281 feet above sea level. Coming up on Thru-Hike Creek. Looks like it has some stairs. Yeah, it does. That is cool. Check it out. That is awesome. I can hear the traffic from I-10. It's only a quarter of a mile directly north of me right now. Jumping back on the trail this morning. Last night, I passed up Red Deer campsite. As I was approaching, I could see several tents at the site, and the place was crowded. So I started thinking, was it a weekend? And yesterday was Tuesday, but that campsite was full. I don't know what was going on, but I'm sure I could have slipped in there somewhere and found a spot, but I hiked up the trail a couple miles to State Road 285, which I just came off of, and then about a mile towards I-10 on 285, there was a motel, so I just stayed there last night. Now I'm back on the trail, and I'll follow this to, I think it's Crestview. This is old State Road 285. And that is the trailhead for Old State Road 285. hiking through the J.R. Walton Pond campsite right now. And, there's the pond behind me. And several campsites around here, around the pond. Looks like all of them with at least one picnic table. Pretty cool spot out here. Right now I'm 8 miles outside of Crestview at I-10, and I was already planning to stay at a motel there tonight, but after looking at the latest weather forecast, I may stay there an extra night, take a zero. Because I guess another front is moving in. Yeah, it looks like some pretty nasty weather. So at this point on the trail, I've got less than 100 miles to go to Fort Pickens. It's amazing. So I think I will take that zero and rest up and avoid the weather. So the last few days of my hike on the Florida Trail are nice. Check it out. This is Silver Creek. That name makes sense. Kind of have a silver color to it. Really nice. Reached the Pearl Trailhead, and last few miles of the trail's been fairly busy. A lot of people coming through, but I guess it's a popular section because here at the trailhead there's a lot of cars parked. At this point, 2.5 miles from Crestview, in the hotel I'll stay in tonight. So I'm going to road walk State Road 85 up to that point. And this actually begins the 26-mile road walk to the town of Harold. Been hiking for the last couple hours, taking a break here at this boat ramp on the Yellow River. And I've got about 17 more miles to go on this road walk, and then I'll enter the Blackwater River State Forest, and I'll camp in there tonight. But I stayed in a motel the last couple nights, took a zero yesterday, and it was a good day to take a zero. Weather forecast was correct, and lots of rain came through, storms. So I was glad I was inside for that. But today looks like it's going to be pretty nice, and it's actually for the next couple days. So I'll keep making my way towards Fort Pickens. Looks like I've only got maybe 3 or 4 more days to go. When I got started this morning in Crestview, I passed under I-10 to the north side of I-10. And now, about to cross back to the south side. Entered the Blackwater River State Forest. And where I'm going to camp tonight is a little less than a mile up ahead. And from what I've seen on the map, I believe that site is very close to a creek where I could pull some water, because I'm empty right now. Walking up to my campsite for tonight. This is the Burnt Grocery campsite. Here, take a look. Pretty nice. Benches and that picnic table are new. And I believe that blue blaze leads down to the water. There were fireflies at my camp last night. I looked up and saw bright green specks just kind of floating around. It was cool. Last time I saw fireflies was down at Ivy Camp in Big Cypress. This morning I'm continuing my way through the Blackwater River State Forest and making my way towards the west side of Eglin. And today I'll do a total of 22.5 miles and camp at the Dean campsite inside Eglin. Coming to the end of the Blackwater River State Forest section, and just up ahead I'll start a 6.5 mile road walk to Eglin. Across the Yellow River again, and this is on State Road 87. Yesterday was on US 90, and at both spots they're in construction. Off the road, heading into Eglin West. About a quarter of a mile from Weaver Creek, I'm just checking out how steep this ravine is. That's impressive. And you get a pretty good view out there. That's nice. Across State Road 87, heading back into the woods. And at this point, I think probably only about 2.5 miles away from Dean campsite. That's random. You can always tell when you're getting close to a creek. Plants start changing. Start going downhill a little bit. There should be Dean Creek up ahead. I'll stop up here and take the water that I need, and then head on just up ahead to the campsite. This is the Dean campsite, the last campsite inside of Eglin as you're heading north on the trail. And a lot of activity here last night, early this morning. Low-flying jets and planes and helicopters. Just like one after another. And explosions. It was pretty interesting night and quite a way to wake up this morning. And I'm going to be hiking out of Eglin this morning. Only about 2.5 miles up to State Road 87. And once I hit that, I'll do a road walk south towards the beach. Crossing the East Bay River, and I just entered into the city limits of Navarre. You can see the water from the Santa Rosa Sound ahead, less than a mile right now from the Navarre Beach Causeway. I'm getting so close. Park, taking a short break, and in just a few minutes I'll be crossing that. That's the Navarre Beach Causeway, and that'll take me over to Santa Rosa Island. Navarre Beach, and right now I'm hiking along the Navarre bike path, and I'm going to follow this for the next 3 miles, and then the trail starts a beach walk, and that'll be in the Santa Rosa area of the Gulf Islands National Seashore. Entering the Gulf Islands National Seashore. That is beautiful. trails going through the UWF Dunes Preserve, and this is on the base side of Santa Rosa Island. And only about a mile or so up ahead is where I'll be camping tonight. This is the Bayview campsite, and I'm all set up here for my last night on the trail. I'm only about 16 miles away from the northern terminus at Fort Pickens, so I'll knock that out tomorrow. But for my last night on the trail, I think I got a pretty good spot with an excellent view of the bay. Left camp a few minutes ago, and for this morning looks like I'll be hiking through the dunes for another couple miles, and the trail's going to meet up with the Pensacola Beach bike path, and I'll follow that into Pensacola Beach, which is from this point probably about 6 miles up. Jumping onto the bike path, and I might be wrong, but I believe I'll follow this all the way into the Fort Pickens area for the next 6.5 miles. I know it'll take me into Pensacola Beach, but I believe it extends all the way to Fort Pickens. I'm in Pensacola Beach. Off the bike path and back on the beach for another beach walk. Only about 7 more miles to go. This is my last mile. Just hiked through the Fort Pickens campground, and seems like it's a pretty popular place. Almost every site had someone in it. And right after that, I hiked by the Battery Worth, kind of a picnic area. I've just been thinking about the weather, how nice it's been the last couple days. And yesterday morning started out with overcast, but the closer I was getting to Navarre and then Navarre Beach, the sky was just opening up, and before too long there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and it's been like that ever since. Perfect day to finish the trail. I think I'm at the end. I can see the end of the trail in front of me. Here, take a look. That is it. The northern terminus. And the final orange blaze. Unbelievable. Big Cypress to Fort Pickens, 1,106.3 miles. I did it.